Hey everybody, welcome to writing today for day 3 of writing really good sentences and understanding their parts. Hold on just a second, I need to change my pen and then I'm ready to go. Okay, let's look at these sentences and break them down into parts and make sure that we have complete thoughts, we have subjects, we have verbs, we might have some adjectives in there to describe the nouns. We have a capital letter at the beginning. We have punctuation at the end. All right, so the soft breeze whistled through the trees. All right, so the first thing I do is I identify what is my subject. And it is breeze. It is the soft breeze. All right, I'm going to change now. And I'm going to say, okay, what is the soft breeze doing? What can I see it doing? Well, it whistled. Whistle is the verb. Whistling, whistled. All right. Then I know that I'm going to ask myself, okay, the soft breeze whistled. Well, where did it do it? Where or when did it do it? Or how did it do it? So what I did is I said where it did it. It's whistling through the trees. Okay, so this is your predicate, always starting with your verb. This is your subject, all right? Now what I do is I find my nouns. Remember, I'm going to find those nouns. Well, breeze, if you remember in your vocabulary word, is a noun. It is a thing. Trees are definitely a noun, all right? Now what I do is I think, okay, can I add an adjective? And if you notice with breeze, I've already done that. I added soft, and it's describing the breeze. It's a soft breeze, whistled through the trees. Now, trees, if you notice, I didn't add an adjective. So maybe before I turn this in with Mrs. Hicks, I might want to add an adjective. So you know what I do is I put a thing called a caret right there. And I go, I'm going to change this. I'm going to add an adjective there. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to add, those are really tall trees. Okay? So I'm going to write tall right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert tall right here. And I'm going to go tall. Oh, I can't insert it. I didn't set it up that way, I don't think. Let me see if I can. Nope. It's not going to let me on here the way I did it. But what I would do is when I read this, I'm going to read it with that adjective in there. Okay, then the last thing I do is I make sure that this first letter in my sentence is an uppercase letter, and I make sure that I have punctuation right there. All right, and then I read it to somebody. The soft breeze whistled through the tall trees. Wow, what a great sentence. Then I go, okay, what's my subject? The soft breeze. What was it doing? Whistling. Where did it whistle? Through the tall trees. I've got it. It's a great complete thought. I'm done with it. Okay, let's go on to this one. The little insect crawled into the jar. So do you recognize that subject so far? It's the little insect. Do you know what the little insect is doing? What can you see him do? He crawled. Okay. Where is he crawling? Is the rest of that, and that's your predicate. So here's my predicate. Here's my subject. All right. Now what I do is I identify my nouns. So I go, do I have any nouns in here? Insect. That's a creature. It's an animal. And a jar is a thing. Okay. Now I say, can I put, or did I put adjectives in there so that I give more description to my reader? And I noticed that I did add one right here. automatically. So little is describing the insect. It's the size of the insect. Now I see my other noun and I go, you know what? I didn't put one in there. So maybe I want to use that carrot and maybe I want to add one right there. And I'm looking at that jar and I think, you know what? I bet I could put glass in there. All right, glass. Sorry about that. Remember, I'm writing with my fingers. Okay, so now I'm going to check the last thing with my sentence before I'm done, and I'm moving on with another one. And I'm going to go, you know what? I have an uppercase letter at the beginning of my sentence to tell my readers I'm starting a new sentence. I have a stop mark at the end, letting my readers know that I'm done with a complete thought, and now I read it to somebody. The little insect crawled into the glass jar. Beautiful. Wonderful. Subject, the little insect. Predicate, crawled into the glass jar. Great sentence. Okay, let's look at this one now. I'm going to change my pen here. The little girl wore her purple mask to the grocery store today. All right. So I asked myself, what is this sentence all about? It is the little girl. That's my subject. Now I'm going to say, well, what is that little girl doing? What is the verb that I can see her do? Well, it's wear. Wear, wearing, wore. So right here is my verb. We know that the verb begins the predicate. So what did she wear? Her purple mask. Where did she wear it to? The grocery store. And when? Today. All right, now what I have to do is I think the most difficult part, this is your predicate, is I have to identify my nouns, okay? People, animals, places, things, okay? Girl is one. Mask is one. Store is one. All right? All right. Now I go to those and I say, well, did I add an adjective to it? You don't always have to add an adjective before every noun. Just a few can totally change the sentence. So little describes the girl. That's one adjective. Purple is a color, and that describes the mask. And grocery is the kind of store that I went to. I don't really need to add anything to this sentence. It is absolutely outstanding, just like it is. So then, remember our last thing. You have to, do I have a capital? Do I have punctuation? So I let my reader know where I stop, and then I read it. The little girl wore her purple mask to the grocery store today. Outstanding sentence. If I had been grading this sentence with a clear subject and a predicate, and the fact that you put those appropriate adjectives in, that would have been a 4. And you know what a 4 is? Absolutely outstanding. A 3 is right where you should be. A 2 is you're getting close, and a 1 means you're really struggling. Okay? So we grade at Clear Creek on a 1, 2, 3, and 4 when you get your report card or you get any work back from us. But that sentence right there would have been a 4. It is outstanding. All right. So what I hope you do today is you look at your pictures and you write me some outstanding sentences. Have a good day.